It's me and the new living legend is Moochie. Oh, she done got them
Hi.
glasses. She done got that wig done, and we here to talk a little Godfather of Harlem. Now, how could we have a show like Godfather of Harlem and be talking about New York without having New York in the building?
Yeah,
Moochie,
you
New
need New
York in the
York in the
building.
building.
How you feeling
What's up,
tonight, Moochie?
everybody?
You ready? Are you ready to talk this little bit of Godfather of Harlem, a show that people is missing out on? They don't even know what they're missing out on, do they, Moochie?
No, they don't know. And it had a good start off with a bang, and we're going to see where it goes from here.
Yep. While we're waiting for people to get in here, me and Moochie were just talking about how last night's show kind of had a somewhat of a finale feel to it in the way that Bumpy Johnson executed something he had to do that happened from last season. Now, Moochie, let's give people a refresher who may have just got started with the show and don't remember.
Okay, if
So,
you don't remember from last season, Bumpy with the ending, Bumpy with the ending was almost assassinated from one of the mafia people. They brought someone over from Sicily,
yeah,
and with the help of his daughter, she took him out.
Took him out. I mean,
Malcolm X has been silenced because of what he said because of the Kennedy assassination.
and
So,
let me quote what he said, Moochie. He
go ahead.
said, he said, well, I think them chickens have come home to roost. That's what he said about the Kennedy assassination. And that pretty much got my man silenced by the nation.
And he's supposed to be silenced for 90 days.
90 days. And when we last saw Vincent, who they call Chin on the show, he hates black people and he hates Bumpy Johnson. And I'm thinking to myself, how the hell are you supposed to be selling heroin in Harlem if you hate black people? Come on, man. You at least, but here's the problem. Now, if y'all read my thumbnail, y'all read that somebody has a sweet tooth and got chocolate fever going on, and that's Vincent's daughter. While he really, really hates black people, the daughter fell in love with a black brother that could sing. Now, Moochie, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he supposed to be no, he wasn't. He wasn't. But anyway, she fell in love with a black brother that can sing. Mind you, the dad is a racist mobster, and he knew she was in love with this dude, and he had him a Sicilian white boy that works with him that he wanted to put on his daughter, and the daughter wasn't feeling him. And, you know, he was trying to get the father to coerce her, and she's like, nah, hell no, she's not feeling you. She's feeling that N-word. Long story short, this season gets kicked off.
He said she doesn't love you. She loves him.
That's what she said. That's what she said, Moochie. That's what she said. And the sad thing is, this season, right? This season starts out with that same daughter locked in her daddy's bedroom because her ass got chocolate fever that they killed her singing black man that she was getting ready to leave town with. Damn. Moochie.
Yep, they had a life plan to go to California.
And Moochie, this chick is in there with the chocolate fever for real, locked up in the bedroom, ain't eating nothing, reading prayers and shit. And I heard the saying, Moochie, they say, once you go black.
And she,
well, you either don't go back or you go crazy.
I should say once the chocolate dip into you.
See, Moochie said that, not me. All right, Moochie,
S-word.
Yep. And so, ladies and gentlemen, overall synopsis of what Godfather Harlem about. It is about Bumpy Johnson, real New York gangster, black, during the civil rights era. How he took over the mob in the New York Tri-City area, and he took back Harlem and what they're using as their vehicle to make illegal proceeds, heroin, which brings us to today. Season 2 starts off with Bumpy Johnson on the run from the mob because they want to kill him. Because he had to kill one of their own because that person was trying to kill him. And so having said that, Moochie, let's go ahead and dive on into this episode. But first, let's recognize all the people that really came here to see you, Moochie. We got Mike Willie. We got Nina Ray. We got Infinite Science.
A super chat already.
I saw that. I'm about to hit him in a second. We got D Weed, Mark Guy, Got Your Love Forever. My folk, Mike Willie. I appreciate you, my brother. You know what I do with this money. I've networked with other YouTubers that you guys might like. I network with my subscribers, bring you guys on when you can. And we just try to keep this thing really, really interactive so that you guys feel like you have just as much input on the show as we do. And super chats like that allow me to do so. And Trevor Stone. Yes, we are live, Trevor. We are live. Moochie, let's dive on into this thing and give them a little taste of what felt like a finale when Bumpy Johnson pulled the old okie doke on these fools. boy, that Bumpy.
You're kidding me, right? You come here? Hey, that would not be wise. If you want your... Shut the fuck up! You guys been trying to kill me for 3 months. Make it easy for you. I'm here. If you shoot me, you can kiss your shipments. Goodbye. So what's it gonna be, gentlemen? 500 keys of heroin? Or one more dead Negro in Harlem? One dead Negro!
Moochie, why he had to say that so harsh? My man said, one dead Negro. I mean, like he was sitting on the toilet when he was saying it. Why he had to say it like that, Mooch? Mooch, you still with me? You got your thing on mute, Mooch. Oh, there you go. Uh-oh, we can't hear you, Moochie. We having technical difficulties.
I didn't see the clip either.
Oh, you ain't see the clip? Uh-oh, well, let's run it back then. Ladies and gentlemen, for the second time, here we go. We might be having technical issues with the Mooch, so y'all just bear with us. Here we go again, Mooch. Here's the clip.
You're kidding me, right? You come here? Hey, that would not be wise. If you want your... Shut the fuck up! You guys been trying to kill me for 3 months. Make it easy for you. I'm here. If you shoot
not
me,
saying anything.
you can kiss your shipments. Goodbye. So what's it gonna be, gentlemen? 500 keys of heroin? Or one more dead Negro in Harlem? One dead Negro!
All right, Mooch, can you see me? You with us, Moochie? Okay, well, while Moochie's getting things together, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and break down the opening scene. The opening scene saw Bumpy Johnson on the run from Vincent Chin's #1 guy. So Bumpy's riding through the highways and byways. They shooting all in his window. Hell, they clipped my man in the neck. And this bum right here, let me tell y'all something. I can't wait for this punk ass to die. I'm ready for him to die. He's Vincent's wingman. He helps Vincent get all his dirty dealings done. Well, Bumpy's on the run from these clowns. Bumpy, you know when a show starts off with the main character, you know he's not going to die. You know he's not going to be in too much turmoil. So what happens is Bumpy gives them the okie doke, cuts through an alley, cuts through the damn alley, comes out the alley and hits them right in the rear as they get smashed beside a car. And this is the scene right here. Bumpy escapes unscathed and just basically put these white 1964 Anglo-Saxons trying to do drugs right in their place. And I think we got the Mooch back. Moochie, you having some severe technical difficulties, my lady.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. All right, I'm back.
Okay. Well, I was just going through the first scene with Moochie.
So I could still continue with y'all.
Okay.
How did you feel about the car chase? Did you notice that they showed the World's Fair? You hear me?
I can hear you, but you in and out. You breaking up. Uh-oh. We done lost you again. All right, Mooch. I'm gonna keep moving, but when you get everything together, just jump. Can you say something, Moochie?
What's going on tonight?
I don't know, man. Comcast trying to rob you. They done shot down that satellite that's providing you internet. I don't know what they try. They trying to silence the
I
New
don't
York
got
system.
Comcast.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, we can hear you now. Talk about that car scene, the opening car scene.
Okay, as far as with the car scene, they showed the World's Fair thing or program on the floor, so you got the year what's going on. And Bumpy's running from them. He's dodging them and getting away from them. The back window gets shot out.
Yeah.
And he makes it back to the hideout because he ditches them.
Yeah. And he had them get into an accident, which was this clip right here. I mean, he ditched them and kind of sideswiped them. They ran into the car. I was like, that man, Bumpy, boy. When you black and you had to be living back in them days, you had to be the jack of all trades. You had to be the mechanic. You had to be a NASCAR driver. You had to be a rabbit. You had to sprint. You had to do everything, and Bumpy did it all. And let me shout out some people real quick. Mooch, we've got another super chat from Melanin Man, my brother. I appreciate you. You know what we do with these super chats. We bring in subscribers to get up here and talk with us. We bring in new YouTubers. We do all we can to get you guys involved in the show. And let me shout out Arlene Hicks, who said her daughter Jennifer says hello and good vibes. Hello, Jennifer, and good vibes to you too, my lady. And Moochie, we're gonna move on. And OC Girl's in the building. Nita the Diva is in the building. Be sure to check out Nita the Diva. She has a wonderful YouTube channel, and she's gonna always keep that makeup on fleek. She's gonna keep them eyelashes waving like a fan, and she is gonna keep her hair fluffy. Check out my girl Nita the Diva. All right, Moochie. Now the next scene, they done went and stole Jeffrey the butler from somebody. Damn. And he got the nerve to want to talk in French, Moochie. He up here talking about, I'm a tourist from France. I don't speak English. So he talking in France.
Yeah, so he doesn't speak any English at all. Comes to find out, Bumpy tells where he got them from, he picked them up from the docks.
Exactly. And this guy that Bumpy is chastising is basically the driver for a huge heroin supplier to the mob. And Bumpy's like, I can speak French or English. It's up to you. And at this point, brother's like, well, damn, you got me, Bumpy. You got me. And Bumpy, in true Bumpy fashion, he about to torture this brother because he wants to know where's his damn master, in essence. And so Bumpy, if y'all don't know nothing about Bumpy, he loves him a razor blade. Bumpy whips out that razor blade and he gets to commencing the cutting on the face. And this is a picture of the aftermath, and Bumpy don't play with that razor blade. Moochie.
He didn't quite give him $1.50, but he gave him a little slice.
He sliced him up like he was at Subway. I mean, I don't want to get sliced like that either. But you knew he was going to talk, didn't you, Moochie? You knew he was going to talk.
Once he got cut, yeah. Once he got cut, yeah.
I thought, Moochie, he was going to be a real G. And when he cut him across the face, I thought he was like, give me more. Give me more. I'm not talking. Give me more. Man, that dude was singing like a little mockingbird. I was like, damn, bro. Boy, Lord have mercy. So that was the end of old Benson already. Done got sliced up. Then we get on with it, Moochie. Oh, man. Bumpy done sent his family, his lovely daughter, his lovely wife, down to South Carolina for safety reasons because the mob is after them. So Bumpy's on the phone with his very, very lovely wife, played by a wonderful actress, Moochie, a wonderful, wonderful actress. And he's basically telling her, look, sweetie, I got a plan to get you back. Now, Moochie, when you heard this plan, what was you thinking was going on? Or did you already know what his plan was?
When he said he got him from the docks, I was kind of putting it together. But I was like, well, how are you going to... I just thought they was just going to try to get the supply, the drugs from the guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I didn't quite know what his plan was. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got an invader. We've got an invader. And the invader's name is Larry, the Living Legend. He's in the building, and he looks mighty frustrated. What's up, Living Legend?
Man, I'll tell you, I have Cox for my internet, right?
Right.
And so they tell me your internet plan that you're currently on is being retired. We're forcing you to upgrade.
Okay.
And I was like, so they're basically like, if you don't upgrade by this date, we will pick a plan for you and upgrade you automatically and then send you a new modem. So I was like, okay, I need to go ahead and pick my plan so before that date so I don't get screwed over. So I go and fix it. I go pick a thing, go to the Cox store, pick up my new router modem thing, hook it up, and I can't get any internet on my computer. I can get it on my phone. I can get it on my tablet. I can't get anything on my computer. So, and then I call them. I go through 3 people. They hang up on me. I call back. I go through a couple more people. And then finally they hang up again. I had to call back again. Finally, I reach somebody and that guy fixes it. So I'm just a little frustrated, man.
Okay. Well, take it out.
Technical difficulties too, so don't sweat it.
Yeah, Larry, take it out on these white cats from the 1960s. So we're just gonna toss you right on into the wolves. So right here you got Chin and his number one guy, and Chin is mad as hell because he wants Bumpy dead. He wants to know, how the hell did you not take out Bumpy? It's 3 of y'all and 1 nigga. That's how Chin talk. It's 3 of y'all and 1 nigga, and y'all couldn't take him out. And he's talking to
Ernie out the frame.
Yeah, you went all out the frame. So, Larry, speak on this scene right here between Chin and his number one guy.
I mean, let's just be real. If it was that easy, then, if Chin thinks it's so easy, go out and do it yourself.
Exactly.
Exactly. I mean, like they say, you want something done right, do it yourself. And let's be real, it's his daughter that was up there that he's really mad at black folks because it was his daughter, I mean, you're up there supposedly running Harlem and your daughter falls for a black dude. What you think was going to happen? You have her around against all those black dudes. You think that black men are just not going to be our natural, suave, debonair selves? Of course he was going to fall for one. That's why he's really mad.
Well, he's really mad because his ass was a racist before all that. And then on top of that, you got this black dude who's smarter than him, smoother than him, and got the love of Harlem behind him. Them black people in Harlem don't love Chin. They care about Bumpy. They protect Bumpy, and he wants all that. And like we said to start this video out, me and Moochie, the daughter has what we knew should be a diagnosis, Larry. The daughter has chocolate fever. Didn't nobody know that it was a diagnosis but me and Moochie. But you found out in this episode the daughter got chocolate fever. Moochie, how was you feeling about the way Chin was all on edge, smoking a cigarette, cussing out his main boy? What's going on with Vincent?
Chin is mad. Ernie's just getting chewed out. No matter what he do, he always messes up now. So I just with him, he just talks. He sons him all the time. So he talks to him like that's his child. So with him, he wants to get this solved, and he thinks it's gonna be like a 1, 2, 3 thing to kill him, and it's not happening like that.
Nope.
Yeah.
He
should be called Chin because he's taking it on the chin.
This guy right here is about to be the new TV fuck up. That's what he's about to be. Simple and plain. All right, now we move on to they done brought Malcolm back. Malcolm's supposed to be on a 90-day hiatus for saying them chickens coming home to roost in regards to Kennedy getting assassinated. He's coming back to the house. And he comes in here and sees old boy sitting at the table, wondering where is the higher, what you call it. And come to find out, homeboy is in a sex scandal. And if I'm not mistaken, Moochie, wasn't it underage girls or was it just a sex scandal?
No, it was underage girls.
Underage girls. And you got this brother right here who really was trying to come from Malcolm's throat last season, sitting behind the table. Moochie, speak about this.
That dude name is Captain.
Captain?
Yeah, his name is, I had
He's
his
a
name.
captain in the Fruits of Islam.
Yeah.
And to me, he's like, he's hating on him. He doesn't, he even admitted to being jealous of him.
He did. He
admitted to being jealous of him. So to me, he still shouldn't trust him.
No, I don't think so. I mean, and we'll talk about why he shouldn't trust him later on because something happened at the end of this episode. But yeah, you can't trust him. Larry, how did you feel about this whole scene, bringing back Malcolm?
I'll tell you, man, it's hard to watch these scenes sometimes because, I'm sure we've all seen many of shows about Malcolm X and read his autobiography. We know how this story goes down, and it's hard to watch it,
Yeah, man.
because we all love Malcolm. I mean, the dude
Yeah.
was honorable and righteous, and even if you're not Muslim and you're no religion or some other religion, you don't want to see a man that's righteous and honorable go down by the vipers that he's surrounded by. So,
Well, you know what happens. Sometimes the people you think have your back are really secretly hating on you because they want what you have. And this is a classic case right here. And if Malcolm dies, they're probably going to let this guy be the one to kill him. And I sure enough hope they don't. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it, of all people.
Well, we know Malcolm's going to die. It was just, I doubt they're going to depart. They're going to depart from the, from reality and how it really went down. So we know how it's going to happen.
Right. Okay. So Bumpy Johnson decides to take Frenchie Benson back to his master, the guy with all the connects coming from Italy with the heroin. And he's basically telling him, look, let me get that supply. And he's like, nah, dude, all the mob bosses want you. All the borough mob bosses want you. And he tells Bumpy to his face, no, smiles all in Bumpy's face, tells him no. Larry, talk about this scene. How did you feel? And did you not know Bumpy was going to have another plan to get what he needed?
Oh, of course. I mean, he told the dude. It wasn't even like he was trying to hide it. He told the guy flat out, you will be my supplier, Right. And the dude looked at him like, wait, what? How you going to tell him? I just told you no. How you going to tell him? He told him, oh, no, you're going to be my supplier. It wasn't a matter of all they were really doing. The guy just didn't realize it. All Bumpy was there to do was negotiate terms. He wasn't there to negotiate whether or not he would supply him or not. He was just simply negotiating terms with them. That was it, And if he would have agreed to terms right there at the table, he probably would have got much more, advantageous terms instead. I imagine after the mafia paid this dude $1.5 million and then his shipment got seized, I'm sure he was probably, a little less. He probably got a little less than what he probably would have gotten if he just would have made a deal with him at the table. But I'll tell you one thing that was interesting to me, which I sort of felt like, he probably couldn't just immediately go into business with Bumpy without the Italians getting pissed off at him, without Bumpy forcing his hand. But the thing that was interesting when Bumpy was talking to him saying, I'm a second-class citizen in my own country, and saying, we all came here, the only difference is that you came here of your own free will. And, people talked about the French being much more enlightened when it comes to race relations back then. And I guess maybe to some extent today still, but he had his whole demeanor sort of changed in that moment, the French dude, where he sort of was like, damn, I'm not down with this racism crap. And I get why somebody doesn't want to do business with someone for other reasons, but not race. And he seemed to soften his position a bit after that. So We'll see.
All right, Mooch, what did you think about this powwow?
I felt like Bumpy was very calculated with this move.
Mm-hmm.
He was very he could have just threatened him and got what he could get from him and leave it at that. But he's thinking long term, long term separation.
Bumpy is thinking, I'm playing chess while the rest of y'all is playing checkers. And when you see somebody smile like this, they're not taking no for no answer. I'll just tell you that right now. They're not taking no for an answer. So if you done told somebody no and they smile like that, run. I don't care who you are. Run like hell. William Lawrence, thank you, my brother.
Shout out.
One of these days, you got to get on the show with us, no matter what the show is, what you want to talk about, because that's what we do when y'all super chat us like that. We reach out to other people. We make a way so that y'all can get up here and have a platform. And we're very, very grateful for that super chat. So, William, keep it coming, my brother. Stick with us. All right, we're going to move on to the next scene. This was a good show to start out, y'all. Y'all missing out. Now, I do like what we about to talk about next. It is chocolate fever. That is a medical diagnosis. And this chick right here got it. Boy, look at her. They done killed her chocolate man, and she done went black, and she ain't going back. And the mama and daddy got her locked away in her bedroom, bringing her food. And look how this chick, this is when you know you're going crazy. This is a grown-ass woman fiddling with a teddy bear. My daughter, who is 9 months, hardly plays with teddy bears. And this is a grown-ass woman who just lost the chocolate love of her life, locked in a bedroom. They might as well put her in an attic. I mean, locked away in the closet. They related to R. Kelly, damn. And the mama's trying to feed her, and she ain't trying to hear none of what that mama's saying. This chick took the cup from the mama and threw it at her, forced the mama to leave the room in a fit of rage. She was in there speaking in tongues like she got the Holy Ghost. She about to call the clergy. Moochie, you get this one first. What is the cure for old Stella?
Love sick and traumatized, because he did die in her arms.
He did. Yeah, shot him right in the chest. Damn.
Yeah.
That's another story in itself. I was mad at him from last season, the whole season.
I know you was mad at
him.
Hey, look, hey, Moochie, love knows no bounds. Moochie, love knows no bounds. Larry, how'd you feel about this scene?
I mean, it's interesting to see sort of the aftermath of that trauma that she suffered, and part of it is because, you know, when you think about all that she had to be willing to endure for the two of them to be together, both of them, because both of them were getting pushed back from their families. No one wanted them to be together. The only two people that wanted them to be together were each other, and that was it.
Definitely. And because you remember Bumpy tried to pay her to go away.
He did. The Italian dude didn't want him there. Bumpy was like, "Get this white chick about the neighborhood. She's not safe for you or for us." And you know, but for the two of them, when you have two people that are risking so much to be together, and then you kill one of them, you destroy that. You destroy the other person. Like that dude, Chin's never getting his daughter back ever. His daughter's gone. When she told what's his name? Am I jumping too far ahead when I say that?
No, go ahead.
So when she talked to the other dude, I forgot his name now, and said, I want to tell you a secret. I'm already dead.
You go ahead.
Yeah. Just hold on that part.
Hold on that one. I thought you was gonna mention something from last season.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
You know where I thought you was going, Larry? When her father killed the last boyfriend.
Right.
This is not his first time doing this.
Nope, it's not.
I don't orchestrating it.
So, he's got a problem. I mean,
there's something wrong with him.
Yeah, it's something loose in his head too. I mean, you know, sometimes
he's got that Trumpism going on. He wants his daughter.
Yeah, he might have an Oedipus complex, and you know,
that's
might
a reverse Oedipus complex,
right? You know, So, but you know, I like Stella's character. I hope they go ahead and flesh her out a little more so we can see what she do. But this family's in trouble. She's gonna rebel, and she might go find her a big, strong black dude, stronger than the singer that she had, and that could lead to something taking out the daddy. I'm predicting that. Next, my people, I'm coming to you first, Larry. We finally get to see Mrs. Shabazz, and she's in here talking to her husband, knowing that his lifeblood is being devoted to the nation, and he's supposed to be on his 90-day hiatus. He's found out that the highest in the house has got some dealings going on with underage children. And he said, you know, at first he was like, I don't care if it's real or not. And she was like, it could be real. Larry, talk about this scene in the introduction of Mrs. Shabazz.
Yeah, it's nice to see Betty up in there. Well, I want to know why she's uncovered, but I guess she's at home. So, you know.
She at home.
You know.
Yeah.
It was interesting because it really said, they really spoke to a lot about how desperate he was to get back in good with the nation, even though it wasn't what was best for him, I guess. Because when they were talking about it, first she was like, what if it's true? And he was like, you know, woman, watch your tongue. And like he just didn't want to hear it at all. And on top of that, he then said something to the effect of like my mission, my only thing is to serve the honorable whatever his name is.
Elijah
the honorable
Muhammad.
prophet, I think he called him. But my thing, but the problem with that is that it just really illustrates how twisted and how misguided his loyalties are and where his direction should be, because your job, your mission, your goal is not to serve the Elijah Muhammad, the prophet Elijah Muhammad for him. His goal should have been first and only to serve God. That's it. Anything else that you do is in service of that goal. If serving the Black community, if serving the larger community as a whole, if serving Elijah Muhammad, if all of that is in service of your greater mission, serving God, great. But you can't make that like serving Elijah Muhammad your end goal. And I think when he said that, and Betty sort of caught that, and she was sort of like taken back, like, wait a minute, hold on now, I think you might be getting things a little bit twisted here. So,
Mooch, what are your thoughts on this conversation?
This is the same conversation Nita and me was having last week with Snowfall. They don't listen to the woman.
Oh,
she got. He should have been listening to her. He hear her, but he not listening.
Except we know for a fact that he did.
Yeah, he's not listening at the moment.
At the moment, he wasn't listening.
Yeah, at the moment. Boy, you and that Nita, man. Boy,
I think it hit home for him though a little bit when Betty said, you have kids, you have little girls.
Yeah, it did hit him. It did.
And it was like the idea of like, oh, wait a minute, that's right. How am I going to feel if in 8-9 years when my little girls are 14, 15 years old, how am I going to feel if they show up pregnant from the prophet? What am I going to say?
Right. All right. So now we've got our French plug going to meet all the crime bosses in the borough with bags of money and everything. And he tells them, I had a little visit from a little Bumpy Johnson. And look who's standing up there, old Chin, boy. These old heads done try to tell Chin, you need to be calm, you need to chill out. But Chin just ain't trying to hear it. And during the same meeting, Chin's right-hand man comes to tell him, look, I got a beat on Bumpy. I might have something brewing, we can handle Bumpy. Moochie, you get this scene first. What was going through your mind when you heard this homeboy walk through the door, little French connection? And don't you just love Jeffrey Butler right there? Went and put a Band-Aid on, makes him look extra needy. And then Chin getting called away by his homeboy saying they got a beat on Bumpy.
Okay, as far as with the French connection, because that's what this episode is called, they was letting them know that they had met with Bumpy. But to me, he's all ready to go with Bumpy's plan. Like he's ready to let him in after that sit down they had. Right. But he has to me, it seems like he was feeling out the mafia people.
I can see that. I definitely can see that.
As far as Ernie coming back saying that they got an opening where they could probably get to Bumpy, they've been doing their homework and they following him around. So let's see where it goes.
Larry, speak on it.
Yeah, I was kind of digging this because the French dude, he was there to do business. He was a little smug in some respects, sort of like, I'm not really feeling your guys' whole racism thing. Like, I'm here to do business, but I'm gonna let you know. Yeah, Bumpy came and saw me. What's up with that? He was basically like, he sort of punked him in a lot of ways. He was like, you're trying to tell me that one dude, one little lowly dude, and all 5 of the families, you can't take them out? He was sort of bitch slapping them, just kind of like, you guys are up there running around acting all racist and superior, and you can't even take out one dude.
Can't take them out.
But I'll tell you, when they first showed this scene, the first thing I thought, my initial thought was, you guys need to get some money counters or something. I'm gonna be like, if I was going to do business, I'd be like, you gonna hand me this money all messy like this? I'd be like, you can't stack it up properly. I was like, what? I'm supposed to bring in people and to organize it so they can count it. I was like, don't bring me your mess like this. I was like, that's just giving me extra work.
Did they have money? Did they have money counters in the 60s? In the 60s?
Yeah, they did. They had them in the banks.
Yeah, but did regular lay folks get their hands on them?
Those aren't regular lay folks. Those are criminals. They can get everything that everybody else has.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you probably got somebody working at every facet. But I mean, hey, you can bring. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about Larry, but let me just tell you. Let me just tell y'all something.
Thousands and bring Bumpy with us.
Let me just tell y'all something. If anybody want to give me $1 million in pennies, back the truck up to my house. I'll count that shit myself. Just make sure it's at least $1 million. You can bring me $1 million however you want to bring it. You can bring it on mules. You can bring it on horses. It could be nickels. It could be pennies. I don't give a flying baby's crack how it get here. Just bring it to me and I can count it myself. Now, one of my favorite characters on this show, God, this guy, he's killing this show, man. William Adam Clayton Powell.
Yeah.
He's got some issues, ladies and gentlemen. He's supposed to have paid off this lady last season, and she wanted payment plus an apology. And he's reeling right now because his boy Kennedy died, and his assistant is basically telling him, you need to just get this chick out your hair, and you need to focus on getting this bill done. This bill done with what you call it, the guy that's in office now. I don't know why I'm shooting a blank on that president, but he's telling him to get the deal done. And he's basically worried about preaching the sermon. He's really don't want to deal with this lady. So Moochie, I'll come to you first. Give me your thoughts on this conversation right here with Senator Powell.
When he said that bitch slapped me, I'll still laugh at that from last year. He's like, that bitch slapped me.
Oh,
but
man.
He's trying to figure out a way not to pay her off. But if he doesn't quiet this woman down, it's gonna go left.
You know it. You know it. And you know, some of us know the real story of old Senator Powell, and I'm gonna keep my mouth hush hush on that. But he did have an issue. This is right out of the history books. Larry, what do you think about this conversation?
Yeah, I was like, as I was watching this, I was just like, dude, what are you doing? Pay this woman her money and get her about you. If you're not gonna pay her, then kill her. You know?
Oh Lord, have mercy, Larry.
I was like, dude, you need to get this woman squared away. Either take it. I mean, because if you just send somebody over there and beat her damn near to death, she's gonna be pissed off even more when she heals up. So it's just like you really don't have too much of a choice. It's either pay her or kill her. And it's easier to pay her.
He already slapped him. She might give him a run for their money.
Hey, he ain't the biggest brother, I'll tell you that. So, and Moochie, how much money was this woman trying to get out of him?
At first, last season, she was trying to get $200,000 out of him. She had a lawyer. She lawyered up and everything. And he still was like talking reckless when they were trying to make negotiations.
That's right, because she thinks she hold all the chips.
I don't understand why I get why he's not doing it. He seems like he wants to be somewhat of a half honorable dude, right. You know. But part of me is like, dude, just grab some to have somebody get some dope, plant it on her, and then call the cops. And have her locked up. You destroy her credibility. That way, if she tries to come out and say something to you, you can just be like, this woman's she's a dope head. She's in trouble with the law. She's trying to trade up a name so she can get out of trouble. I don't even know this woman. She's crazy. You'll discredit her completely with something like that.
Well,
you know,
James already got planted the seed in the head, being the sorry old woman. Where they're like, oh, she's a poor little church lady. So he's trying to get rid of her. Because keep in mind, it'll mess with his votes later.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just heard that if I'm ever going to do something criminal, I ain't got too far to call to get me some good ideas. And I think y'all just heard the man that can help you with a plan. So you got 200 stacks and you need a criminal operation done. We got the guy for you right here.
I'm an ideas guy. I'm an ideas guy. I drop the plans. I don't execute them. I don't like to get my hands dirty.
Well, here's somebody that they done introduced to the show that does like to get his hands dirty. They done introduced Meth McClain. And Moochie, what's his name on this show?
He doesn't have a name. I looked it up, but he is from Philly. So what I was thinking, if we going according to history, he's with the Philly Black Mafia.
That's true. And they didn't give him a name on the show. I just wanted to double check why I asked with Moochie, but he's brought in because Bumpy wanted a little bit of muscle and a little bit of sniping to take out let me rephrase that, not take out, but to orchestrate his plan to get the goods, the heroin that's coming in from the French, wherever they're coming from. So he sits down with Meth. They discuss the plan. Meth's like, what's in it for me? Bumpy's like, I'm going to send you my best sniper. Y'all going to get this business done, yada, yada, yada. Larry, it's your turn. How'd you like this connection?
Yeah, man, this was a good look for Bumpy. I mean, be honest with you, he needs to, I think Franklin needs to go and read up on Bumpy Johnson and get some advice on how to build a team around you, because he was smart. He brought him in. He was like, look, this is what I need from you. And you're already getting your stuff. So why not just get it cheaper?
Exactly.
Why not do this and get a great deal moving forward, just to increase your bottom line and your profit margins. Dude thought about it. He was like, yeah, why not? Sounds like a good plan.
Why not? Moochie, what do you think about the scene?
Okay, I love the fact that they brought Method Man in and they brought somebody in from another state. So now you're seeing everything branch out, and it's an opportunity to bring this character back again. So I'm all for this. I think the plan is great, and hopefully it goes through without being flawed. Okay,
I think it will. We still got a whole lot of season to go. This is just episode 1, my people.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more people come in from other states too, Mooch, because he's been talking about this whole episode. He's been talking about the 10 Harlems and all the, so he's talking about all these other big cities. I imagine he's talking about, Philadelphia and Detroit and Chicago and
he's got people in South Carolina. Yeah. So we'll see. Now, here we go with the mama needing to have an intervention because her daughter threw that cup.
Oh, man.
So they bring in the clergy to discuss what's going on with the daughter. Mooch, you get first crack at this scene. What's going on here?
They're at a wit's end with Stella. They don't know what to do with her. The father wants to keep her under lock and key because he's afraid she might harm herself. And right now she can't stand both of her parents. So they basically talking to the priest in order to figure out what is the best thing for her.
Yeah. Before I give it to you, lad, let me shout out my boy Buzz, who he done forgot the zip code now. Now he's doing straight 10s, dollar bills, y'all. Straight 10s, Buzz. I appreciate that, my people. We love it when you come through
703
in the building. We use this to support subscribers. We support other YouTubers, and I'm very grateful. Larry, take it away, man. Let me tell you something before you go, Larry. There's only one intervention that Stella needs. She has been misdiagnosed. Her diagnosis ain't crazy. It's chocolate fever. Floor is yours, Larry.
Yeah, that's probably what she needs. She just needs some D,
Chocolate D.
And yeah, I mean, it's funny. The mom was just like, I just can't do it. I can't go back in there. It's just like, I mean, she was so pitiful. She is everything today that I think women today would be embarrassed about and ashamed of. She was in there just like going into one of those moments of hysteria, just like, oh, I can't do it. I'm too fragile. I'm just a woman. What do you expect of me? It was just all that shenanigans. It was like the woman threw a teacup at you. I was like, it wasn't like you walked in there, she was loading up on you with an Uzi. She threw a teacup while she was holding a teddy bear.
But you know what's sad about that, Larry? Had that been a black woman, they'd be ready to say the bitch is possessed. They'd be ready to say she's a heathen. They'd be ready to say she's a dirty devil. They would be saying, calling this woman everything but a child of God, had that been a black woman in that room. I mean, look at how she's behaving with her white daughter. She's got to get the clergy in here, for crying out loud. Come on, man.
Well, first, we need to back up and realize that would not be a black girl in that room. And if it ever was, and she threw a teacup at her mom, that mom with the speed of the Flash would have moved across the room and smacked the living hell out of that child, and then probably would have dragged her, threw some clothes in a suitcase, and tossed her on a bus and sent her down south to go live with her relatives and said, "You're going to get your mind right somewhere else."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She would have left before that, and the mother wouldn't have ran across the room. She probably would have hit her with a house shoe.
Something.
What you know about that down south punishment?
But I'll tell you what, they don't. The black parents don't need a lock on the door. It's just simply they would have said, "You're not coming out this room," and the kid would have been too damn scared to come out the room.
Yeah, she wouldn't have came. She wouldn't have came out that room.
This, I have to lock you up. They just would have been like, "You're not leaving the room.
You're not coming out," and that's for real. Yeah.
You would have had the kid knocking on the door from the inside, talking about, "Can I go to the bathroom?"
Mm-hmm. All right, Mooch, I'm coming your way. So Malcolm has a lunch date with Bumpy's daughter. And ladies and gentlemen, we already know Bumpy's daughter is sweet on Malcolm, which a whole lot of women were back in the day. But I'm starting to think Malcolm is a little sweet on her. Now, Malcolm has a code, he's got honor, and I don't know if they would take the show on the route where I don't think they would outright let Malcolm sleep with her, but maybe he might have a moment of weakness and kiss her or something like that. But clearly, this is the face of somebody that's saying, look, all you got to do is blow and I'll open up my legs for you.
You know what?
Moochie, I give it to you first. Hey, Moochie, all he got to do is do this, Moochie. That's all he got to do. He got to do this.
And
Yep. Part the Red Sea. Or let me say, part the Brown Sea. So, Moochie, talk about this lunch date.
It's a lot of flirtation going on here.
Yeah, it is.
And she is sweet on him, but I think he looks like he's feeling her, but I don't think they're gonna take it there.
Okay, I don't either. Because he's got so much respect for Bumpy, and I just don't see it happening. But Larry, what you think?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna go there. I mean, for everything they said that Malcolm was a faithful, honorable man. So I don't think they're gonna go there. But the other thing too is I don't think that they presented it like it might be a flirtation or something, and it might be on her part, but I don't think it is on his part. I think for him it is something where he enjoys her. He enjoys her company, and he enjoys the ability to have a conversation with someone in a sort of a more unguarded sort of, sense, because you remember, I mean, he's a big deal and everybody that's around him knows he's a big deal. And they all, either people come there and talk to him with an agenda or they're in awe of him. And she's not, he saved her life. She was a junkie on the street and he got her off and got her cleaned up,
Well, you got to know that when you help somebody like that, they tend to cling to you. I've worked in a situation like that.
What's it called? The savior syndrome?
Savior syndrome.
Yeah.
Syndrome.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, but I do agree that I don't per se think that he's, going out of his way to say he want to be with her. Now, he is nice. He'll throw a small flirt in there, a very small one, to just let her know that, hey, I care. But he's not over the top saying, I'm gonna take what you're trying to give me, but I'm wondering how they're gonna keep that dynamic. I want to see how it goes.
Maybe it's because remember last season she came back and told him, "Look, I was told to watch you."
Right, I remember that.
Report back everything. So maybe he feels comfortable with now that she done told him, and it's obvious she's not gonna go back and report everything to Elijah Muhammad.
Plus, he can trust her. He knows he
Yeah,
can
and
trust her.
I think that's what the dynamics is with those two.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. And I think he just generally finds someone he's able to talk to, unguarded, can be completely open with, because he knows who she is. He knows who her dad is. He knows she's a street type of woman that's been on the street, knows how to know what's what. He was that same sort of street cat. And so he can have these conversations with her that he can't have with other people in the nation, and with other people around him in general. I think he just finds someone that he can't even have those conversations with his wife completely. So I think with her, he's finding someone that allows himself to just be open and free and let his guard down. I think that's something that a lot of people in position of power don't have.
If I wasn't on a time crunch, I would give a whole dissertation about some things this man just said. But you know what? I'm sticking to my agenda, and we're going to move on. We'll see how it plays out. Next scene is when it starts to get they start to turn up the heat a little bit. What's this boy's name again, Moochie?
Ernie.
Can he go get a damn haircut? Why don't he go get
kind of shabby, right?
Yeah, man. Go get that same haircut that all the white dudes get from Supercut. They go get the number 7, bro. Take your ass to Supercut and get the number 7. But anyway, he's meeting with Chin, and basically he's saying, Chin, look, I done figured out where Bumpy's at. He's got a nun taking him food, but little did we know that the nun he's referring to is Bumpy's daughter. So he had his people stake out Bumpy's daughter. Now, this is going to be a loaded scene. The daughter's taking Bumpy his food. We get in there, they're having a conversation, they're chit-chatting, yada, yada, yada. Bumpy gets a phone call from none other than his loving daughter. Now, let me tell y'all something. Nothing make a man feel vulnerable than a sweetie pie daughter, especially when you see your daughter take her first steps, man. It just make you melt. And in the middle of all that, him talking to his daughter on the phone, his sniper gets taken out. Bam. They take out the guy on the ground. They choke him to death. Then they come up the stairs, and next thing you know, while his daughter is still on the phone, they in a gunfight. And the scary thing about this gunfight was his oldest daughter went in the bathroom. You see the bullet shots on the door right there. He thought he had shot her, but he hadn't. She survived after they took out the men. But guess what, y'all? While all this was going on, his very, very lovely wife was scared, destitute, worried what was going on because she heard all that action. Larry, did you not want to just go in that phone booth and save this woman of her plight and let her know that everything was okay?
Oh, I wanted to do something to her, but I don't know if it was that.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
That woman is so ridiculously beautiful. It is unreal. It is just she is. Yeah.
So you love you some Mayme. This is the one you're in love with on this show, Mayme.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I've been loving me some Mayme. Mayme is a blazer. I like her.
Yeah. So. Yeah, Mooch, I can't let you pick on him. I'm on Team Mayme too. I'm on Team Mayme too.
And she's legit. Legit. I like her.
But she did sleep with the damn boxer last season.
She slept with him when Bumpy was in jail, I think.
She did.
She was a little dirty with it. Wasn't like Bumpy wasn't doing the same. Bumpy was dirty too. They both got dirty with it.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
They do not.
Wrong. But go ahead, Larry.
This seemed like it was unclear on this scene if he actually got the sniper, because doesn't his sniper show up again later in the episode?
No, he got him.
No, Dell is the one that helped him when they was in the room.
Yeah.
That's like one of his that's his core people.
Right.
No, but at the docks.
No. This not the one he sent to the dock.
Okay. So I mean this whole setup right here. I mean, it was one of those scenes where it was like, okay, it was nice they did it, but we knew. I mean, it was one of those scenes where it was sort of like you already know how it's going to turn out. It's it's sort of like if you hired a prostitute you can flirt and act like you're not gonna. She can flirt and act like she's not sure it's gonna give you some, but you know what you're gonna get because you already paid for it. And it's just like that with this scene. We know that Bumpy's coming out of this alive because it's the first episode. We know they're not killing him, so we know what we're gonna get out of this scene. So it's just was sort of. I mean, it wasn't like it was a bad scene. It was just sort of okay. I mean, it would have been better if. Now, I mean, are we talking about the whole scene, or are you trying to stop me right here?
No, whole scene. Go ahead.
Okay, so it would have been better if they had let Bumpy's daughter get shot, because at the end of this scene, when he goes and checks on her, and he sees the bullet holes in the bathroom door, and he's worried that she might have gotten shot, but it turns out she was hiding in the bathtub and she was okay. It would have been better if she got shot, so there was some sort of consequence to this whole thing. Because otherwise, all you really had was a couple of low-level, no-name scrubs out there on the street and on the roof. You have a couple of, Italian henchmen that come in. They get shot and killed. No one cares about any of those folks. I feel like with all this big shootout, we needed someone that we cared about to have some consequences from it, and we didn't get that. So
we did have a smidgen of consequence. The poor daughter had to hear gunshots and thought that her daddy might be dead, and the poor wife was stuck in disarray. Larry, disarray. She needed someone to save her in that moment because she didn't know what was going on. I was ready. They could have called me as a stunt double. I was ready to get in there and help her out of that phone booth and let her know. Damn it. Your husband's gonna be okay.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you one reason why I would have liked them to have shot the daughter, Bumpy's daughter, because the Italians always talk about having a code, about not killing women and children and people's family, about keeping it 100 with just the people in the game, right? Mm-hmm. And so if they would have shot that, they would have shot his daughter, even if they didn't kill her, if they would have shot her, when Bumpy would have went to him to say, "Hey, I'm here. I showed up." And if you want your dope back, all this other stuff. But he could have also said, "Hey, you need to get your dog back on his leash because you guys are supposed to live by a code." He sent men out there and they shot my daughter. Is that he could ask, is this what we're doing now? Is this the game that we're playing where we're going to shoot each other's families? Because if that's what we're doing, your families are vulnerable too. And then you could have set this whole thing up even more where because the mob is already, the families are already pissed at Chin. They were last season. They're already starting out back in this season. It would have put that much more tension there if they then have to worry now about Bumpy going after their families because of what Chin did.
Okay. Mooch, jump on in there.
His assignment was to go after Bumpy, Chin. So they already saying he messing this up anyway because Bonanno's calling him, going back to insulting him by calling him the driver again.
Oh. Yeah, the chauffeur. He called him the chauffeur.
You're not even a boss, you're a driver. So they already pissed off with him. And he's like, "You can't even get this right." And he's like, how can I go in Harlem and kill this guy with white people? So I think they're gonna hire some black hitters next.
Oh, I like that, Mooch. I'm with that. Good plan, Mooch. Yeah. And once again, before we move on to the next scene, ladies and gentlemen, I just gotta say, somebody needed saving. Damn it! And I know a couple of brothers that was in the business of saving. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Next, hey man, you can save them. Mooch, I'm coming to you first because the next scene was funny, it was entertaining, it was funny, but it was more that chocolate fever. So people, do whatever you can not to get chocolate fever. So we got what's his name? Mooch?
Ernie.
So Ernie goes over here to talk to Stella, and the mama's saying that bitch crazy. She possessed. You want some warm apple pie, and then she offered him a drink before he go in there.
You're gonna need it.
You're gonna need it. So you get in there, and If this don't look like a crazy woman, I don't know what don't. Got her feet up in the air, got a little, I mean, that looked like a crazy broad to me. I wouldn't want to be in that room. I don't care if there is a cross above her bed. Long story short, he's talking to her, saying, you know, I came to take you to lunch. You know, he didn't say this, but I'm going to say it. On the inside, he still said, I still love you. I want to have some sex with you and make some babies. But I can't say that right now. And he gets close to her. She sits beside him. He over there all nervous, like she about to kiss him. And then you know what the chick did? She took his gun. Got to. See, that's what men don't always think with your little head. Sometimes the little head will get you in trouble. She took the gun. She pointed on him. Then she pointed on herself. A true sign of a crazy person. Look, I'm telling y'all, they ain't diagnosed it. This is chocolate fever. And you do not want to get chocolate fever. There's only one cure for chocolate fever. So we know how this chick's life is going to end. Moochie, talk about this scene. You get it first.
She got the drop on him with getting his gun.
She showed it.
Because he liked her from a long time, so he's still infatuated with her. And as I thought she was gonna go through with it at first.
I did too.
I thought she was gonna go through it because when she said, I need to tell you a secret, and she said when Teddy died, I died too. So I thought she was gonna go ahead and go through with it. And he knows if she would have pulled that trigger, he's dead too.
Dead meat. Dead meat. Because Chin was not going to be having it. Chin would have chopped up his toes and his fingers then and made him eat it. He would have got him good. Larry, speak on chocolate fever. I guess this is one way to get rid of chocolate fever. Blow your brains out.
Yeah. I think that she's going to. I think she's really going to be instrumental in the downfall of Chin this season. Because I do too. I think she's gonna play that kid. I think she's gonna play Ernie and mess with his emotions. And Chin's gonna keep putting him on her. He's probably gonna end up making him sort of like her body man and put him on her. And she's gonna mess with that dude and probably try and convince him to turn against her. You know, her dad. And there's gonna be some internal strife in that family beyond just them locking her in the room. She's gonna get smart and start doing some real devious stuff because she's pissed. And it's one thing when you're pissed and you're all emotional. It's another thing when you're pissed and you set the emotions aside and decide you're just going to be a calculated, you know, vengeful individual. And then you have someone who has all that anger and frustration, but in a calm, calculating manner, and she's gonna hurt her dad in a very, very serious way, and she's gonna use that kid to do it.
Well, let's just think about this. She knows she has power over Ernie. I mean, last season, Ernie came to warn her and her black boyfriend. He cared about this girl so much. He came to warn her and him. And next thing you know, homeboy, that dad put a tail on Ernie and turns around the corner, puts a hole in the black dude dead. He's dead. He's dead. Yeah. I was like, wow. But I'm with you, Larry. I easily see one of the downfalls of Chin being his own daughter. Easily see that coming. And probably the downfall of Ernie is going to be the daughter too. Because I'm telling y'all, Ernie going to die this season. You know, Ernie's going to die and go right back to Sesame Street. He's dead.
You know what?
Yeah, he's dead. This one is coming to you, Larry. This one's funny too. I love Senator Powell. Lord have mercy. Senator Powell is sitting at the table with the black lady that wanted $200,000, but that's not all she wants. She wants an apology too, Larry. Speak on it, my brother. This guy
I just don't understand this. Senator Powell's friends with Bumpy Johnson. Just have Bumpy. Just say Bumpy. I need you to have your folks have a conversation with this woman. You know, and if you can't get her to listen by doing something to her, then pull up on her kids and let her know. Look, this is where your kids live. These are your grandkids, and we just want you to know that they might start disappearing one by one. There might start being accidents where one of them gets hit by a car. Maybe the other one falls off a ladder and breaks their neck. All kinds of terribleness will befall your family unless you just quietly go away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why he doesn't actually use the amount of power that he wields. Use it. You have it for a reason.
Moochie, speak on Clayton Powell.
Clayton Powell is trying to just get himself out of this corner. But I'm going to ask y'all this. Did y'all peep the other envelope in her coat?
I saw that envelope. What you think it is?
She is the bad woman. She is the bad woman for the mob. She had mob lawyers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's just the way she just milking it. Like, look, I'm just a church woman and you got the congregation talking about me. I would never do anything like this. This is defamation. You just my character.
I never heard of anybody getting $200,000 for a defamation suit, especially back then.
This chick milking this thing for everything she can get out of it.
She started high, and look at what she's walking away with.
Yeah, but you know what? Clayton better fix that. He better fix it, and it ain't gonna take much to fix it. Now she's wanting the apology.
You need somebody just to go and bump into her while she's on one of the subway tracks, just up there on the platform. Just bump into her.
No, somebody need to follow her when she picking up this money.
Moochie, that might happen. That might happen. That might happen, Moochie.
Look, she was gonna put the money in the same pocket that her pickups is in.
Right. Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, not in that pocket. I gotta put it in this one.
Oh my God. And when you run out of pockets, y'all know where women who carry chests like that put the money at next, don't you? I'm gonna leave it at that. Mooch, this is coming to you first. So Malcolm is meeting back up with the captain, but this time he brings
Captain Henry. That's his name.
Captain Henry. But this time Malcolm passes him something that he's been working on at the house. Moochie, speak on it.
That envelope that he gave him was the whole thing of what he had an answer for every way to get Elijah Muhammad out of the situation, quotes and everything. And you could see the devilish look on this guy's face.
Look at it.
Like, you know I don't like you, right?
Right.
But he acts like he does, and he even comes with a bit of honesty. Yeah, I was jealous of you.
Yeah, he did. He said that. This is a dangerous man right here. We know how this is going to go. He's going to basically use Malcolm X to ingratiate himself with the honorable Elijah Muhammad and all the higher-ups in the church. Larry, speak on this scene.
Man, this dude was dirty, man.
He dirty, man.
He's just dirty. I just don't understand that people getting jealous because you want to get next to some dude and you can't get next to him, so you're jealous. I mean, that's just some real. Maybe the dude's gay, so that's what he wants. But that's just some real homosexual energy right there. You want to get next to some dude and you're mad because you can't because somebody else is. That's just. If you're gay, cool, but don't sit up there and try and pretend that you're not when you're up there putting that kind of energy out in the world. You know,
I don't think he's gay as much as he's a hater.
I think he's got some gay energy he's not dealing with.
No, I don't think so. He's just a hater. He wants to have the mind that Malcolm has. He wants to be able to wield a room with his words the way that he wants everything Malcolm has that he ain't got. And
he wants to get next to he wants to get next to Elijah Muhammad, and that's he says what he wants. It's just I don't think Malcolm is next to Elijah Muhammad because Elijah Muhammad wanted him next to him. I don't think that Malcolm went and tried to get next to him. I don't think he angled to it. Malcolm did Malcolm, and people saw what he was doing, and they wanted to be next to him, including Elijah Muhammad. You know,
exactly.
This dude just wants to get next to Elijah Muhammad. He doesn't want to do all the work that Malcolm's doing. He doesn't want to go and put himself out there and speak and make himself vulnerable like Malcolm does. He just wants to get next to dude. He just doesn't want to do the work to do it.
He wants everything Malcolm got, but he
ain't
got it. He ain't got.
I don't think he does. I think he may believe he wants that, but what Malcolm has is something that this guy doesn't want. Because if to be where Malcolm is means you are vulnerable, because now you are in a position, you can be in the same position that Malcolm is, where now you have to worry about other people being jealous of you, where you have to worry about watching your back because people are going to throw lies at Elijah Muhammad and maybe get you silenced. So I think he thinks he might want some of that, but he doesn't really want it. It's just like me. I could say, I want to be a millionaire. I don't really want to be a millionaire. If I really want to be a millionaire, I'm smart enough that I could dedicate my entire energy towards that goal and become a millionaire. I really don't want that. Money's a lot of problems. I want enough money to be comfortable without all the problems that money brings. And I think this guy says he wants that. He don't really want it.
You know what I really want? A snow cone. That's what I want. But you know what? I can't have it. Working on cuts. Moving right along.
Shaved ice is low. You can get a shaved ice. That's a low calorie. That's nothing but ice and a little bit of flavor.
No. It's loaded with sugar and carbs and stuff that stop the body from burning fat. So no, I can't have it. That's a cheat day. Moochie, this is coming to you first. So this is a whole scene by itself, man. So this is when they're gonna execute the plan to get the car that's got all the goods in it. You see old Method Cow, who was the leader of the Philadelphia Black Mafia. His name is Sam, by the way.
Yeah.
Got his gun going. They wound up getting the car. Moochie, speak on the situation.
It was a well-executed plan. A good hijack. They got the dope. And now we're gonna see what's going on with that. I think they took out like 3 people. Took
them out. One by one. Pop, pop, pop. Bang, bang, bang. There go your boy, the sniper, who also played in Luke Cage. He was the villain in the first Luke Cage.
He was?
Yeah, he was the villain. I forgot his name, but he was the villain in Luke Cage, the Netflix show.
So this is a different sniper.
Yeah, this is a different guy.
That's the guy that was with Bumpy when they had the shootout in the room.
Yeah. Larry, what you think about this shootout, this plan that Bumpy put in place to get control of the Connect?
Yeah, what I want to know is, and this may seem trivial, but once they return the dope, do they get to keep the cars?
That's question.
They're bringing in Mercedes and whatnot, so I want to know.
Nah, I think he's gonna give it back to the French guy.
You give it back to the French dude? All right.
Look at old Larry.
He still want to have like a report where he getting the dope now from him.
Yeah,
right.
He do want. And you know what? I think old boy gonna do big business with him.
I think so too.
I don't want to give away everything I know about the history of this thing, but needless to say, y'all seen the beginning of a relationship, and I'll leave it at that.
That sniper was on point though. That sniper he was quick. He was quick.
Man,
he was dead on.
He's ex-military, man. I mean, that's real life. That's not just fictional. He was ex-military sharpshooter for the Marines.
Right.
So now Bumpy got control of that. Bumpy and the French dude show up to all the mobsters in the borough, and they mad as hell. And who's the most maddest of the mad? Old Chin right here. Talk about, you got the nerve to show up in here, you nigger and all this kind of stuff. And he's just talking to him. Long story short, Bumpy says, what do you want more, your drugs or a dead nigger? And they took a vote. Chin is mad as hell that Bumpy get to walk on out of there with this brother right here. Larry, coming to you first. Break this scene down. How much did you enjoy this?
This was just so great. This was just one of those things where Chin is just so mad. He's so mad because he's up there. He's like, every time I turn around, I'm getting outthought and outclassed by this dude. I mean, he walks in here with our Connect looking like $1 million, dictating to us how things are going to go down and getting the contract that's on him, take it off.
Dictating. He said dictate. He ain't say lactating. He said dictating.
I mean, this dude went to the families and asked for permission to have Bumpy to go out and kill Bumpy. He's been trying for 3 months, and then Bumpy walks in there. It was basically like, okay, yeah, I walked in, turning myself in. Oh, by the way, I have all your dope, and if you want it back, you're gonna have to go ahead and call off the, the hit. And then the dude was like, sure, we'll do that, and then we'll just kill you. And the French dude was like, nah, son. He just straight nah-sunned him. Nah, son. He was like, if you do that, I'm not gonna work with you. So.
Right.
And the rest of the family were like, look, dude, we don't care about your vendetta. We're about that money.
We want that bread. Moochie, jump on in there. You Harlem world.
Now, Bumpy walked in there so fresh, so clean, got shaved, and laying down the law now. Look, I want this to end. This contract against me has got to stop. And we're gonna go our separate ways. You do your thing, and I'm gonna do my thing.
That's right. Y'all do y'all thing while we're gonna get this money, and we're gonna do my thing. So yeah, I enjoyed this. I mean, this actually could have been a climax to a show. To be honest with you, this last second half of this show, it was good. It was good enough to make that. But now we're getting close to the tail end. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had 85 people show up to see us. Can we get 85 likes? Please like the video. Please be sure to share us, subscribe to Larry's channel. Get ready for Moochie's channel. Subscribe to mine if you're not subscribed. We enjoy having you. We feel like no one breaks down movies and TV shows the way we do. And that's why you need to be sharing us with everybody, because we'll have you going. Speaking of somebody that's got them going, Clayton Powell in church. Larry, go first. I ain't even going to say nothing else.
I mean, let's admit the dude has the gift of gab. You know,
he do.
I mean, he is a preacher and a politician. The dude knows how to work a room. So I'm not mad at him. And he wanted to be there. His dude told him when he was in the car. Adam Clayton Powell told him, "I need to be out there. I need to be here, talking to my people." You know. So the dude has the gift of gab. I enjoyed seeing him do it. And what's his name? Giancarlo Esposito, I think it is his name.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude is just a phenomenal actor. I mean, when you think about all the stuff that he's been in just recently, like he has this show, he's been in he was in the Boys, you know,
Star Wars. He's in Star Wars. I mean, I think he recently got voted the world's best bad guy.
Somebody asks, is that Giancarlo Esposito? Yes, that's him.
Yeah,
that's him. I mean,
and he's on another show, I think, right now too. I can't think of what it is, but he's got like 2 shows going right now.
And not to mention the movies, dude making more money. He making more money in checks than Steve Harvey. And hell, Steve Harvey can't get enough gigs, and this guy's in more gigs than him.
Yeah, this dude is like he's like Samuel L. Jackson, where he stays working. Except, you know, people don't always joke about him, because Samuel L. Jackson works so much, people joke about it, you know. And but this dude stays working, he stays on great projects too. I mean, think about it, he was in Breaking Bad, he was in Better Call Saul, you know, all the Spike Lee joints that he's done. And you know, he's in this right now. Like we mentioned, he's the new villain in The Boys. He started, you know, for the 2nd season of Boys. They showed him as the new villain. I mean, the dude's incredible. He's a fantastic actor. I can't say enough about him.
Mooch, how'd you like his sermon?
I like him. I like his character all the way around. He's got his funny parts too. He lets everybody knows that he's like a freak already. So I just like his character. He's
something.
Character.
He's something else, man.
I think he's gonna get into another scandal though.
Oh, you know it. I mean, what politician? Yeah. I mean, you know, a scandal for a politician is like eating cereal. You almost get it every day. So that's what it is with politicians. You know, you're gonna get it almost every day. Now, talk about this scene. Now, y'all know Stella won't really sleep, right?
Oh man, hey, can I just say because Mike Willie's about to check out? I just want to say shout out, man. Hope
shout out to Mike Willie.
Yeah,
we saw you, Mike Willie, my man, and we wishing you well. Yeah. Prayers are up, thoughts and prayers, my brother. Keep us posted, man. We appreciate you just coming here to get a little steam off, letting us try to entertain you for the night, my man. We with you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moochie, what'd you think about this scene? Stella was not asleep. Daddy's in there kissing her. He's going crazy. Stella's upset, clenching to a teddy bear when she was wishing it was Teddy. So what's up with this scene?
She's not asleep and she can't stand her father right now.
Sure can't.
She can't stand her father. She and especially because she knows that the last person was killed.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm with Larry. This chick is gonna find a way to take down her daddy. She is gonna be the destruction of her daddy. So Larry, I'm gonna give it to you. Speak on the daddy going in there thinking he hugging and kissing his daughter that don't want to have nothing to do with him.
Yeah, I think she was hoping he would go do like he did when he was Private Pile. Just go to the bathroom, shoot yourself in the head, and leave me alone. You know?
Right.
I mean, yeah, that dude he's a creep too. Everything about him is just creepy with her. You know? It's just, you see it just makes your skin crawl, gives you the EBGBs. But yeah, she's not having it. She's going to take her dad down. She's pissed. She's like, I'm going to take you out. I'm taking you down. I'm not pulling the trigger on you. I'm going to let somebody else do it. I'm going to set it up so the rest of the families don't want anything to do with you and they take you out, or somebody else does. But she's going to be his downfall.
Exactly. For sure. Can't lie on that one. Now this one will come to you first, Larry. I'm back to your boy. He's on the phone, making a phone call. And you see him looking at this envelope. Speak on this phone call and what you think he's going to do with the contents of this envelope.
No, this is the thing. This dude, this shows this guy is he's dirty and conniving, but he's also smart though, because when he called and said that Minister Malcolm X had basically is confirming or agreeing. Well, I forgot the phrase that he used, something where he said that he put together this thing saying that he agrees or he is acknowledging all of this scandal stuff. Because what Malcolm X went and did was he went and found, what did he say? He found 19 Quranic passages that basically defended the Elijah Muhammad. So what he was doing basically was saying, yes, I believe you did it. However, what you did was not wrong and was supported by the Quran. So basically what he was saying was, yeah, I think he did it. And so when the guy said, yeah, Malcolm X just delivered this evidence basically saying that he believed that Elijah Muhammad did it, except he's defending him, but he still thinks that he did it. And he knows that it doesn't matter. Like, you can try and defend it all day or night, but to defend it in the way Malcolm X is defending it means you have to acknowledge that you did it. Mm-hmm. And that's just not going to go over well with the public. So, you know, I mean, in that sense, he was really smart to phrase, to phrase it that way and to present it that way when he made that phone call. It was just dirty that he shouldn't have. I mean, that was just dirty. He shouldn't have done that. But what do you expect?
Right, Moochie, speak on your boy.
This, when I was like, I can't stand this dude. I can't stand him. He's a snake. And he has the envelope right there. And that's not, he just took everything out of context what Malcolm X said.
Everything.
And twisted it.
Not to mention, Moochie, before we even forget, he was blocking all of Malcolm's mails and messages that he was trying to send to Elijah Muhammad. This dude right here.
I don't know why he gave him that envelope.
I don't know either, Malcolm.
Come on, Malcolm. That part.
Come on, Malcolm. You gotta know better than this dude. And Malcolm know this dude don't like him. Malcolm tried to reason with him, say we used to be friends, we came up together, and dude's still sitting at the table like, bro, you gotta go through me. Malcolm, we'll see, man. We'll see how this ends throughout the rest of the year. And the last scene that we'll cover tonight in a very, very good and explosive Godfather of Harlem episode 1, season 2. Bumpy's got his family back. Everybody's at the table, both his daughter and granddaughter, and his lovely, lovely wife sitting right across from him. And she looks like she's happy now, Larry. Somebody saved her. So having said that, I want you guys in 30 seconds to give me your overall rating for the first episode, and then we getting up out of here. Larry, you first.
I'll give it a B.
Okay.
You know, I thought it was I mean, there were some moments of action in there. To be honest with you, though, I was expecting something more exciting and dramatic, something that left me with a moment that I didn't get. Mm-hmm. It just felt like a very just general continuation of last season, which is fine. They did a great job telling the stories. They set things up for for a very interesting season. So
yeah. All right, Moochie, what'd you think?
I liked the way this episode was. It was a setup episode for more to come. And as far as the look that she had on her face, to me, she doesn't like Bumpy's daughter.
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't like her, and to me, she has conniving ways as far as dealing with his daughter and Bumpy, like trying to keep them two where they don't get too close.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as when are they gonna actually tell this girl that her sister is her mother? Like, or are they gonna wait till she gets older? That's a question.
I think what's gonna happen this season, the daughter is gonna find out by accident.
How much of an accident? When he was on the phone, Bumpy said he handed the phone to his sister. I mean, to his daughter, and said, "Here, talk to your talk to your daughter. I mean, sister."
Right.
I was like, "You think the little girl on the other end didn't hear that?"
Yeah, but she didn't realize it at that moment though. Uh-uh. She's gonna realize it.
It happened. It was too much going on.
Right. But they are gonna have a moment this season, I think, where she's gonna realize it, and it's gonna be some hurt feelings going on in there. So if I'm rating it and I'm doing on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I would give this one 7.5. I enjoyed it. It didn't go too high, it ain't go too low. It was even keel. The pacing was fine, the acting was great. I enjoyed the storyline, but it wasn't any wild moment like Larry said, but it was good. And so 7.5 is not a bad rating. 7.5 is saying, hey, you solid. You definitely worth the time watching. And you guys let me know how you feel. We'll be back next Monday to review this again. But this week, we've got a large week of stuff coming up this week. We've got Falcon Winter Soldier finale Thursday. You might get me, B. Avery, and E-Man. All our channels might be running simultaneously.
Wait, on Thursday?
Friday, excuse me.
Right.
Thursday is the finale of Snowfall, where we'll have special guests up here with us. So you guys make sure you tune in for that and be ready to laugh and cry all at the same time. Wednesday, me and Larry will be back with whatever the latest news in pop culture, a little bit of review of Invincible, the cartoon, and then we'll also try to stick some stocks in there too. So people stick with us. We're trying to make this thing grow for you guys. We're trying to keep you entertained, informed all at the same time. And that's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Be sure to share. Be sure to join Larry's channel. If you want to see more of those cute videos with me and my daughter, all you got to do is join me on Instagram. Life Gains link is in description.
She's walking.
Yeah, she's cute now, man. So till that next Sex is Hell video, we'll see y'all.
Peace.
Peace.